Seems Lil Durk got these lyrics thrown out.
I'm the type to hop on a flight with a warrant, you gotta catch me.
Right. Let's get into all of it. And shout out to Mel, man. Y'all give her a follow over there on Instagram. All you big name freaking channels and YouTubers and Instagrammers, stop stealing her stuff and not following her. Y'all might as well follow her and put people on. She ain't no competition. She's just the best addition. You hear me? Walking out of Durk here, a few updates, non-updates. Almost everything has been taken under submission. Defendants present, Wilson, Houston, Lindsay, Durk. And then she says the only ruling issue, lyrics prosecutors claim show Durk's intent to flee, consciousness of guilt are excluded because it didn't make any sense, but I'll break that down in a moment. The lyrics were, I'm the type to hop on a flight, you gotta catch me. That's how he says, wow, wow, wow. But she says, those cannot be used in trial. Motion to sever will be made after judge makes ruling about 404B, 403 evidence, but he intends to issue order soon. At one point, he said by the end of this week. So there's that. If motion to sever is granted, Durk will go to trial in April. Judge asked remaining co-defendants who would all be tried together to submit dates they would like their trial. If co-defendants are not severed, seems like trial date may move. Judge mentioned possibly June towards the end of hearing, but that's not confirmed and won't be until next hearing, which will be in 2 weeks. There were extensive arguments made about tweets, slide for Vine, music videos, lyrics, text messages, voice memos, etc. Prosecutors say they plan to use gang experts and a cooperating witness to interpret what it all means. Continued. Defense argued, music is art, and prosecutors can't prove when the lyrics were written and produced, etc. Social media posts. No way to prove Durk saw those tweets. Cooperating witness is lying. But of course he is. Y'all seen him lie. He lied on my homies and got them like census, but it is what it is. But again, all taken under submission. Lastly, the courtroom was packed. Counted at least 25 people there who all appeared to be supporting the defendants. Oh, and no ruling on motion to dismiss count 4 stalking yet, which I'm annoyed by, LOL. Also, at one point, prosecution said if defenses arguing song were written by other people, released before the crime, then they can show the evidence. Pretty sure one of the defense attorneys laughed, to which the judge reminded the prosecutors they have the burden of proof. But let's get on with it, because there was some other stuff to drop, but let's break this down, and then we'll do that. Birdman hands, bang! Before we move on, here's something you can do and get paid for. This is called free cash. Free cash is number 2 on the Apple Store and pays you to play games. You can make $500 plus a month by playing games for free. Use my QR code or the link in the description to get $5 when you download and sign up for free. Download and get paid on your phone and start playing. The lyrics, those lyrics in particular, didn't make sense. They didn't. Eventually, you're going to see that the feds are sitting up here lying. The feds need to keep Durk with the other defendants. Why would they need to do that? Because what's going to happen is they're trying to rule that, hey, we need Durk to be with these cats so that all of them look like they're in on it. By Durk getting the case severed, it makes the prosecution's fight weaker. Now, some would argue, and if I were an arguing person, which I am, I would say, well, Nash, that sounds good and dandy, but you forget that allows them to laser focus. They just basically told y'all, we got cooperators, we got snitches who are going to say the lyrics are all hidden codes. The lyrics are all keys to everything. He told on himself through lyrics. He snitched on himself through lyrics because it used to be the text messages, but the text messages didn't make sense. They didn't line up. You couldn't do the text messages. So the text messages are still going to be in there, but they're not making any damn sense. You got one person who's going to be on the stand trying to act like they know certain shit. They're going to come in as a gang expert, but as a prior witness in a prior place to do prior statements from prior things, but they know nothing about what the hell they talking about. And I'm going to go ahead and roll this, which dropped last night as well. But it's important to know, I'm going to explain why the hell it's important. Wrote it. So we want to go ahead and look at something real quick that came out basically, what is today? Today's the 10th, right? Yeah, so it came out yesterday. And it says, United States Court Central District of California, Criminal Minutes General Rita Sanchez, courtroom deputy, Amy Diaz, court reporter, Daniel H., we ain't finna say his name, Yanello, Greg Staples, because we don't see Bill Leslie or Sally. Anyways, we go through and we look at attorneys for defendants. Craig A. Harbaugh retained, Tillett J. Mills retained, Shafty Moel present retained, Chrissy O'Connell, Mercer Goldberg, Drew Finnan retained. So these are people that they have. According to one lion-ass person who's running around, they say that, no, Durk didn't pay for their lawyers and they all got, what? Public defenders? Well, these ain't public defenders. But y'all go to Loyalty Betrayal's channel and check her out. She kind of breaks this down far better. But it says, case called and counsel makes their appearances. The hearing gets held. The court here invites oral argument from counsel on the motions and takes the matter under submission. An order will issue. For reasons stated on the record, trial remains set for April 21st, 2026. Counsel shall confer with Ms. Sanchez regarding a new status conference date. It is so ordered because the lawyers can't figure it out them damn selves of when they want to get it all together and knock it all out. But we'll get more into it. And then the other people that you're not seeing on there, they're actually putting motions in, fighting their own type of battle from a different type of way, which means everybody isn't in conjunction. And that's part of what the reasoning for the judge saying, shit, we're going to have to push this back because it's clear y'all are not all on the same page. If I agree to one thing, right? If I adopt a certain motion, that makes my case weaker. So I may be fighting it from a different way. And that's exactly what the paperwork has been showing throughout the whole entire process. There are snakes, there are wolves, there are people who are hiding in plain sight, trying to tell you guys, oh, because you don't see this individual, that means he's automatically cooperating. And that's not even true. You're not even seeing anything remotely close to that. What they're doing is saying, I don't believe in this strategy, so I'm going to create my own strategy and see if this works. Because if it works, then guess what? I'm good to go. Now, every man for himself right now, hell yeah, but they all have paid attorneys. There's a lie going on right now that says, oh, bro, no, there's public defenders and all this crap. Big U has the same attorney as one of these cats. And Big U ain't got no damn public defender as in that individual. So it's a whole lot of lying. There's a lot of let's convict Durk right now in the public process so that way the whole industry reacts, and that industry reaction floods all the way to the internet, and the internet decides that this person is guilty, which means anybody who pays attention to the case, if they click on something, all they can see is how the feds already won this trial through public execution of what perception is that guilt actually is, because it's guilt inferred, meaning it hasn't been proven, but you ain't really got to prove it because you should already know, bro. Based on all these shit that they saying, bro, based on everything that they saying, bro, you should already know that Durk is guilty. And at the very first glance, I said it too. I was like, damn, Durk, you can't be this dumb, man. This, that. And then the second superseding indictment dropped. And then it was glaringly obvious the feds were lying. On Lil Durk in particular. So what we're going to do on this channel is absolutely never agree with the feds unless it's something just automatically egregious. And I hate to say this person's name because they're fighting for their life, but I don't think Black Zach is going to get out of his shit. I think it's over for him. That's me based off of the shit that I know and the shit that they put out in the goddamn, what the hell's it called? And all the evidence that he has. Just going to be fair, square, obvious, and honest. But what should we take away from today, man? Why should you hit the like button right now? Why should you comment your thoughts? Where would you stand on this? Let me ask y'all a simple question, right? When the lawyer laughed, right? What do y'all think he was laughing about? You could say he's laughing because he knows that the feds didn't do their damn homework. And how the hell can the feds sit up here and burden shift, basically saying that oh, these lyrics mean this, these lyrics mean that, and y'all didn't even do the homework to even introduce the damn lyrics. That's one thing. And that's like, if a majority of y'all are thinking like that, I understood it. But I believe they laughing because they know they about to drop a goddamn bomb in that goddamn toilet that they call a defense and put that cherry bomb in there and blow this shit up, because I believe that they already know what the hell they doing. They know that they can show proof. This song was created here. The song was created there. This ain't even his lyrics. This ain't even that. You even had one time in the Young Thug case where they used Gotti's lyrics and said, this is Young Thug lyrics. So, in my opinion, I don't think what I originally thought, like, no, nigga, feds, y'all gotta prove it. I think more so, the defense is like, you think we was dumb enough to just only say that? We already knew it. But here's the best part of that whole entire thing. Let them show one song was not written by Durk. Let them show that one song was written way before, not how the prosecution's now trying to say after. Let there be one song that they blatantly had to throw out, and it's going to get rid of the Jackie Boy and Wonder Man, whoever the hell that Lil Durk shit was. The catchy method, like go. And here's the most perfect part of this all. Unreleased songs are typically old as shit. Just the audio got cleaned up. One of my bros that's in the industry right now, he has a whole unreleased page. These songs are 4 or 5 years older, but his voice still sounds the same. And the songs still slap today. The feds don't even realize it, but y'all listened to an idiot, to a moron, to build y'all case upon, and y'all did not care. This loss that they're about to take to Lil Durk will become case law in a moment, because these lyrics and all this shit, when it's shown that this is biased as hell and y'all really didn't know what y'all was doing, it's gonna make the feds go, shit, damn, hold on. We're probably gonna have to try to find a lesser and then add that charge in there. Don't be surprised if Durk gets severed and they try to figure out a way to add an additional charge that would be lesser, that'll have him sitting in the federal penitentiary for like 3 to 5 or something like that. Like, just putting it out there, bro. Don't be surprised if that pops out where they create another superseding indictment since the severance, and they got another snitch to say something else, and they go, oh shit, well. But I'm gonna put a little pepper on this. I don't think they're gonna drop the stalking charge, bro. It sounds good, bro. The Mangione shit, the other case, like, it sounds good, bro. I just don't know if it's gonna work. I hope it does ultimately, for the literal sense of the law. Like, y'all just throwing shit, like, stick to what y'all have, the actual factuals y'all can prove, and do it that way. Because if you're inappropriately adding charges, I don't want to see that shit. And I don't have a dog in the fight, but I'm just saying that goes for everything and anyone. Like, the right charges need to stick so that the right sentences can be applied, even if it's a life sentence. But hey, y'all, let me know y'all thoughts on this one, man. Subscribe, turn on bell, stay notified, share to keep your people aware. And hey, even though you can't see it, at 300K, we are giving away the PlayStation and the Xbox, man. We are like 100 subscribers away from 25K giving away. And I told y'all, when we get to that 20K, it's going to be something crazy. Make sure y'all stay into the end of every video. You're going to be surprised.